So I have this really fun technique to get these blended colors using paint pens. And if you don't want to do this hand lettered look, I've also done this with just really basic lettering that you can do as well. The first thing you want to do is get your letters on your rock just using the solid colors. I'm using 3 different colors on this rock. So I'm doing blue, yellow, and pink. So I'm actually just going to leave a little space in between each color, but get my letters down on my rock. Once we have all of our letters on our rock, we are going to thicken up the downward strokes. That's what I usually do to get that hand lettered look. So we're going to start doing that with our solid color first, and then we're going to come back and do the blending. Now it's very important you're using water-based paint pens for this. So I'm going to dab my blue onto the tip of my yellow paint pen, and then I'm going to start on my blue section and work the paint back down into the yellow. As you can see, it's a little bit green at first, but as I work my way back down to the tip of the R here, it's going to turn back yellow. And we're going to do the opposite as well. Put the yellow on the blue and go the opposite direction. And as you see, we get this nice green in between our 2 colors, and it's a nice, beautiful blend. And that's all we're going to do. So we're going to continue this across our rock. So next we're going to go in with our yellow. Make sure there's none of that blue on there. Doodle it off on a piece of paper and thicken the downward stroke on the left side of your O, wrap it around, and then we're going to blend into our pink, connecting it to our letter C. So again, we're going to dab that yellow on the tip of our pink. Then we're going to start on the section where it's close to the yellow, work it up and over the C, and then back down. And as you can see, I'm working the width of the C back and forth as it blends back into the pink color, because you're going to have this kind of peachy orange color. So this time I did the thickness as I worked it, so you can do your thickness first like I did on the R, or you can work it as you're blending your paint pen. I'm back to my basic pink here, so I'm wrapping around, and I will thicken up the downward stroke there on the K, and I am going to work it backwards, so a little pink on the yellow, and then you start and work back down and into your yellow letter. And I'll bring this up close so you can see. The C is tricky because it kind of goes up and over and back through the same section. But it looks so cool to get that fun blend between your paint pen colors. So again, we're going to do the downward stroke on the K here. It's solid pink, and then we are going to blend it into our blue. So again, touch the tips of your pens together so that we're going to get purple right off the bat on our paint pen. And then we're going to work that purple down into the blue, and then wrap it around with our solid blue to finish up our letter K. Now I'm doing these on a black base coated rock, which is perfect. So if you make a mistake like I just do right here on this letter K, you can come back in with acrylic paint and touch up your lettering. This just got a little bit thick and wonky looking, so we're going back in, just touching it up a bit. Now I'm just going to add the word U on the top. I'm using the same technique here. I'm just going to float through it really fast. And then we also added polka dots all over the place using the solid colors and some of the mixed colors as well. I hope you enjoyed this fun little paint pen hack. Again, make sure you're using water-based paint pens for this. Follow along if you want more fast and easy rock painting ideas for beginners.